Hi and welcome to Old School Blues Guitar. It is time for the lessons for April, May, and June 2017. And we're going to kick it off with the turnaround lesson. And I've actually got two turnaround lessons, one for acoustic, one for electric as a bonus. Yay, for this month. And we're going to start out with the electric guitar turnaround. This comes from the playing of Eddie Taylor. At least I assume it's Eddie Taylor, from the Jimmy Reed recording of a tune called I'm Mr. Luck, which is one of my all-time favorite Jimmy Reed tunes. It's a slow one. If you've never heard this song before, you gotta hear this one. It's on YouTube. And he does a few variations of the same basic turnaround idea, and it's really cool. It's different. And it's in the key of G, and I'm pretty sure the main guitar player, one of the guitar players who's playing the rhythm part at least, has a capo on, but the other two guys are playing normally. And as with all Jimmy Reed songs, Jimmy Reed songs, you've got three guitars going. And so one guitar is playing, I think he's using a capo in G so he can play on out of the first position, but he's playing the bottom end, the rhythm, shuffle rhythm. And then you've got another guitar player who's playing these chords. And then you've got the third guitar player, who usually, as far as what I know, is Eddie Taylor, and he's playing these turnarounds. And when he gets to the end of the verse, he does these really cool little turnarounds. So typically in a Jimmy Reed tune, you'd hear something like this. And then into the next verse. But in this tune, I'm Mr. Luck, which is a slow tune, he does something like this, and this is the first variation. And so that's the turnaround. And what I'm doing, I'm playing in the first position, G. So I'm playing over the first position, G bar chord. And I'm starting on the 5th fret of the 5th string. And I'm doing this from the 5th fret of the 5th string to the 3rd fret of the 4th string. And then I'm coming back to the 5th fret of the 5th string and walking up 5, 4, 3 on the 5th string. So that first lick, you can play at different speeds. And then he's doing this bend. So I'm bending on the 5th fret of the 3rd string and kind of letting it, bringing it down, and then almost a pull off to the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. And then I'm going to the 5th fret of the 4th string, and then I'm going to do a little hammer on from the 3rd fret. So the whole thing so far. Then the last part, I'm just walking the other way on the 5th string, 3, 4, 5. And then I hear a couple different things. When I listen, it's kind of hard to hear exactly what's going on, but one time I hear this. Something like that. So he's going, and then 3rd fret of the 4th string to the 5th fret of the 5th string. And he could hit it twice. So the whole thing. Or just once, which would make more sense. So let me put it in context. So the tune is just a shuffle, a slow shuffle in G. So I'll take it from the 5. Times he'll do this lead to get back into the verse, just going 3, 4, 5 on the 4th string, and then back into the 1. So the whole thing put together. And that's the first variation. Now the second variation is pretty much exactly the same, but when he comes to here, this instead of, he does that right there. So let's do it again. So the whole turnaround with that inserted instead. Whoops. Trying to look forward. But that's the next part. So he's just got his first finger on the 3rd fret of the 4th string, and then his second finger on it's going to the 4th fret of the 4th string. Hammer on, pull off, little trill thing. And then back into the verse. So all the way through one time. And that's how he gets into the 1. So we've got 2 little turnarounds. And the cool thing is every verse he plays something slightly different. You hear a lot of guys play Jimmy Reed and they'll do the same turnaround every single verse, which, you know, has its place, I guess, but I think the really good guitar players are the ones who can do something creative every time, you know, and make you think, wow, you know, did something cool there, every verse. It doesn't have to be spectacular, just something simple. Now the 3rd variation he does using the treble strings. So he does something like this. And what I did is just playing this little figure really over the 4 chord, the 2nd position C bar chord. So I'm hammering on from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret on the 2nd string to the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and then 5-3 on the 2nd string. Just that little lick. And then we go into the rest that we already know. And when you do this, to end it, 3-4-5 on the 4th string, you probably want to start it on the 5th fret of the 5th string. So like this. Instead of just, could do it that way if you timed it right. So let me take you through all 3 variations one more time. So these are all turnarounds that you could play in a shuffle in E. If you think about it, or in G, you could probably play it in any other key too, just on the bass strings. You have to think a little bit. So here it is. Here's the first one. That's the first one. Here comes the second one. And then here comes the third one. And so those are 3 turnarounds. I've done some other Jimmy Reed turnarounds. You know, there's those kind, and then also something like that. We've done some of those with Eddie Taylor, and I think I did some in my Jimmy Reed lessons like that. But those are some variations. The tune is called I'm Mr. Luck, and it's a really slow shuffle, and it's a little uncharacteristic. Instead of a lot of harmonica, you get a lot of guitar in it. In fact, later I think I'll do it as one of the song breakdowns. It's a cool song. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. I've got the tabs which outline all 3 variations. And I hope you found this lesson helpful. And I will be back again in about 3 months with another really cool electric blues turnaround. See you then.